good, YouTube? It's your boy, One Killer Cat, back at it again with another video. Let's get it. Y'all can see my baby Candy behind me, looking oh so good. And thank y'all for tuning in to Red Key TV. Y'all see it under the hood. There goes my 2018 Dodge Charger Hellcat, custom build, wide body, got the Rucci rims on it and everything. If this is your first time tuning into my video, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into the video because this is probably gonna be a long one, but we are going to do a full Light and Trendz install for underglow. I actually have a couple more bars. I have a full setup, right? And then I ordered a couple extra bars, or actually my bars were messed up. I've had them for a while now, and like 3 LEDs was out, still under warranty. So they sent me replacement bars. The other bars still good, but I wanted my replacement bars, so Light and Trendz, they sent it to me. So I'm gonna hook up the underglow, and I'm gonna use my old bars that had like 3 LEDs out. So I'm gonna have full all around setting. And then we're gonna do the grills, and we're gonna do the snorkels, and we're gonna do this with a ghost controller. So if you're here on this one, man, make sure that y'all write in the comments. You know, my last video I did this on, I asked for 20 likes, and I wanna say, I think I hit the 20 likes, or I was really, really close, but I think I already hit the 20 likes, man. So let's see if we can get 30 likes on this video. Please, if this video helps you in any kind of way, make sure you like it. It really helps out the algorithm for pushing my videos up, and comment anything to let me know if there's something that you need to see in there, because sometimes in the full install of these videos, you forget stuff. I think I did a previous video and I told people where to hook the ground up to, but I don't think I actually showed them in the video. So if there's something that I forget, feel free to hit me up. I'm doing the whole do-it-yourself videos to help y'all do it yourselves. I am an electrician, and I've been working on cars for years and years and years. So putting in lights is easy for me, but some people, they don't have that background and they want to save themselves some money. That's what I'm here for. If you do like what I say, you should be just fine. And then a lot of people hit me up to troubleshoot or to get their cars working. Shout out to any of the people. I've had so many people tell me that I should be sponsored by Light and Trendz or Ghost Lighting because they've seen my videos, especially with the ghost controller. I have the most in-depth ghost controller install on YouTube, even more than their own personal website. And people find my Instagram, hit me up and ask me questions all the time. And I help them troubleshoot through to get their cars working. And then there's been a bunch of people that they've sent my video to their installer, and their installers put it in. So thank y'all. It's by the grace of God that, you know, this stuff like that happens. You know, people are watching my video just because they want to install something and they're taking it to a professional shop. That's amazing for me. So with that being said, I do have my underglow and everything over here. Let's see how many bars I got. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars that I'm going to be putting in, and then 2 of the rope ones. That's what I'm going to be basically putting in my grill. I'm going to do mine a little different since the general piece comes with 2 short bars, 2 long bars. Well, Light and Trendz had to replace a short bar and a long bar. So I'm gonna do something a little different than the normal person would, but the hookup is still the exact same. I just have extra bars to be able to do to get a little bit more light. Like I'm gonna put a long bar in the bottom for the front of mine. I'm gonna put a whole long bar down there. So instead of a short bar, just to give me a little bit more light in the front and just, you know, play around a little bit more. But like I said, man, make sure y'all like this video. Let's get 30 likes on this video. Let's get a bunch of comments, and I'm gonna get right into the install. Let's get it. Hey, let me show you guys something real quick before y'all start, because you're gonna be wiring in. So this is something you need to know about your ghost controller before you wire any underglow or any headlights. So the headlights are 5 volts. So your headlights require a regulator. This regulates the power that comes in at 12 volts down to 5 volts, and then it goes through the ghost box to your headlights. Your underglow requires 12 volts, so there will be no regulator on underglow. So if you wire your ghost controller straight from power to the ghost controller, it will send 12 volts to your underglow. With that being said, the ghost controller doesn't care if you have 5 volts or 12 volts to it. So make sure you don't mix your lights because you will blow your headlights. Say if I decide to connect my power to my ghost controller and then I plug it in for my underglow. My underglow will cut on. If I don't turn around and put the regulator back on, and then I try to test my lights with the same Ghozt controller coming in at 12 volts, it will blow your lights out. You need the regulator, so make sure you hook the regulator back up if you're testing your headlights. Hook the regulator back up, and then you can connect this same Ghozt controller to your headlights, because then your power will be going from here to the regulator, going down to 5 volts, going to the Ghozt controller to your headlights. That is vital so that you do not mess up your equipment. The Ghozt controller can take either 12 volts or 5 volts input. It doesn't matter. It will come in the same slot. It just depends on what you're hooking up. So since I'm hooking up underglow, I'm going to be connecting straight to the 12 volts to power, and then going to my underglow. My headlights that are on the Ghozt controller have the regulator, and it goes to the Ghozt controller. Now, I'm actually working on both of my Ghozt controllers, so they're out right now, but that is vital information so that you know, so that you don't mess anything up, okay? Just needed to put that in here. If you have any questions, make sure you hit me up on Instagram. As long as I'm not at work or busy, I will answer any question. Just let me know. All right, guys, so the first thing you want to do is you always want to check and make sure all of your merchandise works. Everything that you bought, always verify it before you go through the process of installing everything on the car. So the good thing about the Ghozt controllers, if y'all don't know, if this is your first time, my car already has Ghozt controller for its headlights. I had control from the turn signals. So what I did do is I bought another Ghozt controller. It's already wired, and I've connected the splitters that I need, because you're just going to need a splitter to come out of these two right here, and then the connectors for your actual underglow. So like I said before, I have 6 or so bars here, and let me see if I can find you the bars, because they had to replace my other bars. This bar right here, the last like 3 LEDs was out, so they sent me a replacement bar for that one. And then this bar right here, the last 3 LEDs are out, so they sent me a replacement. That's why I have 6 bars under warranty, full replacement. But with the actual Ghozt controller, I can still use these bars in full effect. So I'll be able to put the bars, the full length bars on the side, and then be able to use my extra bars that I would end up doing my grills with and underneath and all that good jazz. But like I said, verify that all your equipment is working. As y'all can see, it's all hooked up and working, so that's not a problem. Right now, I really just have the ground connected. You don't want to wire it like this if, when you're actually putting it in, but since I'm an electrician, this is just my quick setup for disconnect. Just really got a little connection of power here and there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna tap in to right here for the power, and then down under all of these wires, there are 2 connection pieces that we're gonna tap in for ground. And right here is my first Ghozt connection box that my headlights are on. So in a little bit, we'll take that one out, and we'll put, I'm gonna put another one in this spot, because I need to get that one fixed. But it's all under warranty. So that is the first thing. Verify that all your stuff works. Second step will be laying everything out. So in a second, I'm gonna get everything laid out. I need to go make sure I got all my materials, because with this, what Light and Trendz did not send me with the underglow was the screws. So these are what these connect to underneath the car, but I need self-tapping screws to tap into the metal. So I'm about to go to Lowe's and pick up the self-tapping screws. And then I will get you the size of the self-tapping screws in just a second. All right. All right, guys, so I went to Lowe's and I picked up the screws, and I just picked me up some connectors for when I'm doing some different stuff, just to clean up some of the installation. This is the screw size you need. 6 times the 1/2 inch, so it's 1/2 length, and the head right here is a 6, so it's not too big, fits in there, and then it's not too far out to the point where you can't get the bar on. So before I lay all the bars out, like I said, I like to make this job as easy as possible for myself. So I'm going to lift the car up with my jack stands. I happen to have 2 jacks and 4 jack stands, so we're gonna lift the car all the way up off the ground, pick it up, and install. As y'all can see, I got Light and Trendz stuff all over the place. So that is the goal, to go ahead and get this thing picked up take this front bumper off. I'm gonna take my front wheels off since I'm doing the grill lights and everything. So we're gonna get all of that installed today. And then I'm gonna hit the car meet tonight. OTM, man. All right, well, there goes the Hellcat up in the air. I didn't do all 4 tires yet. Well, I'm not taking all 4 off. There go the Go Rucci's with the floater cap. Floater cap. Love them things. But we're gonna start off by taking off this front bumper, getting everything ready, probably going down the side, and then I pick up the back of the car at the end. Just because I like to leave my jacks and my jack stands on the front while I'm working on it, just in case the car falls. It has multiple things that would have to go wrong for that car to actually hit the ground. Just safety first, guys. Make sure you put your jack stands underneath. Don't do this job with just a jack. Jacks do fail. But I have both my jack stands and my jacks down there, so I'll wire up the front of the car. Ooh, y'all see it. Red Key TV, go and hit that subscribe button if this video helps you out in any kind of way. All right, front bumper's off. So now we gotta hide the bars for the top grill, which is gonna be there. It'll be up here somewhere, bottom grill, that one down there. It'll be right below that crash bar. And then lighten up the actual ground will be underneath all of that. So it's off, run the sides, run the back, wire everything up, put my Ghost controller in, using all my lights. Let's get it. Make sure you watch the whole video because I'm giving information as I go. With these bars, you have a DI side and a DO side, digital input and digital output. So your Ghost controller is putting the output out. It's going to go into the input. So it's going out of the controller into the light bar. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and hook into the DI side every single time. The only time you would hook to the DO side is, say I wanted this to be an extended bar. I could put another connection wire after the input's already coming into the DI side on the DO side, and then connect to another bar. So it would be going, the initial input would be coming into the DI side, the digital input, going through the bar, going to the DO side, going out the digital output of that side into the next bar, into the DI side, digital input. So I could extend this bar. So whatever pattern I had, instead of both bars doing it at the same time, it would be the extension of this bar. So it would keep going all the way through, and then it would go to the next part. That's the only time you would use the DO side. So make sure when you're installing, you use the DI side, because you will not get your lights hooked up the correct way if you're not using the correct side. Make sure you watch this whole video. DI side, digital input, DO side, digital output. We're gonna keep going. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna pull this back down in just a second, but I'm gonna show you like how hard it is to see my bar. Like, you can't see my bars at all. You can see that light reflecting off of there, but that's what you want for a good install. Like, this is the angle you'd have to be at to get down here. Like, nobody's laying on the ground looking up, so my bar is all the way up in there hitting from the natural eye. Like, so with you standing regular, and remember my car is lifted right now, jacked up, and you can't see my bar standing up, so even when it's even lower, it's gonna be even harder to see these bars. Like, you can't see them already. So you get full illumination all the way around. I'm gonna turn this light out. Super, super bright. Loving the full glow of my grill now. I still haven't even put the big bar. The big bar is over here. I'm gonna show you exactly where I put my bar at. I'm gonna cut this light back on. Give me 1 second. Bottom bar. My bottom bar is all the way up here. It's tucked underneath the plastic that's right here, and underneath the plastic over there, full illumination. So, and then my bottom bar is gonna go connected from there to there on the bottom. Basically, it's gonna be under here, right here, riding down. It's gonna be flashing down, so it's gonna do the whole bottom of the thing, bottom of the car. All right, guys. Front grille is looking amazing. So with this being said, can't remember how many times I rechanged this front bar. So my big thing is you can't see the bars. So that bar is all the way up on the bumper. This bar is right below the crash bar on the car. And then my last bar will be underneath the radiator by the bumper. So with the car sitting on the ground low, you will not see any of my bars. You'll just see light, and I'll have full illumination there on the ground. So I put my bars in a couple places and I didn't like them. And I'm very meticulous about how I run the wires and everything. So real quick, I'm gonna cut the lights out and let you see what it looked like with the pretty much in the dark. Still gonna have even more light shining on the ground when I hook that bottom bar up. But let's see, real quick, I'm gonna grab this bumper like this, sit it. So, if I told you earlier before I moved it, I had put that bar there, but I didn't like how it looked. It was a little long. Then it was fine, but I could see it through the snorkel, and I don't like being able to see my bar at all. So what I did do is I took it and I ran it on the back of the bumper all the way up top, and then I'll run this wire around up top up here back to the lights and everything so it can't be seen. But yeah, I always run my stuff so that like you can't see any wires for the most part. You know, you're gonna see a wire or two just depending on where it's at, but I don't like to be able to see the bar or anything not aligned. So from there, we're gonna do the bottom bar, and then we're gonna do the sides and the rear. This is a lengthy install, so just pay attention because I might end up cutting some spots if it didn't work out like that when I put that bar there. I can't remember how much I talked about it in its own clip or whether I talked about it in 2 clips. So if you see something that I moved, this is the reason why, and I'm not gonna leave that in the video just to make the video longer. That's a waste of time. But yeah, she's coming out nicely. So currently I have my grill up there, my grill done, the one that's there, the other one that's there, that's the top and bottom grill. Also did my snorkel. So what you do is you feed it in right here. And what you do is you got these 2 holes. Now I've seen on some of the newer chargers, they actually took this out, which I don't know why. I don't even know why they would have done that. But this is how you get to the snorkel itself. Those 2 holes, there's 2 clips underneath that are right here and right here. You press on those, this will pop up and you pull it out. When you put it back in, you set it in the correct spot, and then you push it back down and it clips in. But literally it's just double-sided tape. You run it through, don't remove your double-sided tape yet because it's still gonna look like that on the back. Get it to where you believe you want the angle to be with the Hellcat hood. I haven't seen anybody do this, so I ran it around it to my snorkel and then back around all the way through that one wire, and I just kind of got it even and then ran it through, double-sided taped it. And I've had plenty of mine double-sided taped. Once they're up there, they're not coming down. It takes a little bit of force to get them bad boys down, and they're basically in a spot where it won't rain. And you just put some pressure on it, make sure that it's good and stuck to it, and water shouldn't get underneath it. Now, I do have mine right at the vent, so it's possible that I might get a little water intrusion, but we'll see. But I've done that so far. And once again, this wire right here is for the grill lights. It is also 5 volts. So do not hook it to the Blue Ghozt controller. That is not going to your underglow. Everything is being controlled together, but this is with my headlights. So technically, if I cut my turn signal on, it'll actually illuminate with my turn signal. Then I have the other one right here. These are 5 volts. Remember that. And you can tell by the connection piece. The connection piece for the 12 volts is different. So just be mindful of that, okay? All right, and here I go back. It's been about a week. Clips are gonna run together, so of course you don't know, but I know. I had to put my car back together that night, and basically I had a car meet that I was late to. My car club was actually hosting the meet, so I had to go and show support. So the car is back together, the grill, but the good thing about this video is I didn't do the underglow yet. So where I'm picking back up in this video is where y'all have still seen to. I'm just letting you know when you see me, different outfit, bumper back on and everything that line, the gap that y'all are missing. But I did some stuff, put it together, and I love it. I'm gonna cut the lights on here in a second so you can see, but of course the grill lights up, both grills, and then the snorkels. Well, the snorkels are down there, but the hood scoop right here, all of that good jazz. So it's lovely. I'm loving it. Turn heads galore. I'll even put in my little how I came in to the meet. I came in and had a really good intro, so I'll put that in the video here just for shits and giggles.
One killer cat just got them tires. They must not watch his YouTube channel. He just got them tires. He just got. Turn on cover right now.
All right, y'all can see over my shoulder, I got the car back up in the air. Got the front grille installed, like I said, that you've seen in the clip. Lights installed, snorkels. That's what it looks like with the car on. Let's see, it's daylight outside. We cut the lights out in here. Full illumination, y'all seen that in the video. Looks amazing, can't see any of the bars. So currently what we're doing is checking the rest of the bars. There goes my side bar. Right there is my front bar that I'm gonna put. Remember, I don't have the little dust cover, so I can run that one the full length of that front bumper. And then this one right here, the long one is my side bar. And then that one, the little short one, that is my rear bar. So just making sure all my lights work accordingly so that I can get full illumination. With these kits, especially on the Dodge Charger, you don't generally get full illumination on the side. You'll have a dark spot. That's why I have my wheel lights. My wheel lights take up that dark spot. So I do have full illumination on the ground, and I'll show you later on at night once the car is complete. But if you just do an underglow, you don't have wheel lights or anything, you might get a dark spot because that bar is not gonna run from the complete front to the complete rear. On my other kit, I had bought extra bars and I ran it like that. So my homeboy Dante, when I gave it to him, he basically has full illumination. And then I wanna say Hellcat Enforcer on Light and Trendz has his own underglow that'll give you full illumination on the Dodge Charger. So if that's something that you're trying to do full illumination and you have the basic kit, you may not get it. Buying the wheel lights will open that gap. Now I have chrome barrels on the outside, and on the inside they're gloss black. So they reflect pretty well. So I get full illumination. All right, let's get back to this install. All right, y'all, this is where I put my bottom bar. So my bottom bar, like I told you, I don't have the dust plate right here that keeps all the dirt and everything from getting in this area. When I bought the car, it didn't come with it. This piece is like $100 and something bucks, and I just hadn't put it on, like went and bought it to put it on. So if you have that, you can mount the little bar. I wouldn't mount the big bar if I had that plate. The fact that this is all the way up in here and something has to run up underneath the car and up in here to get to this bar is the only reason why this long bar is there. If not, I would have ran a short bar. So with that being said, I did a long bar here because I do not have this piece. I mounted it right here under these brackets and zip tied it. And then I just cut a hole in that spot, ran it through, and then it's over there, got it zip tied, and I have it zip tied here now. If you're faint of heart by drilling into your car, because I did put a hole right here in my bumper to drill into the car real quick, just to zip tie so this side isn't just flimsy. This wire is holding it up here, and it's pretty sturdy where it's at. But just know, if you're, oh, I don't want to put a hole in my car, you probably shouldn't be modding, customizing. You should probably be doing the engine bay and letting somebody else do your engine work so you don't see what happens. But putting these putting this underglow in, you are going to run into different places where you have to zip tie it. So this is where I zip tied it. It does come with the pieces. So if you're mounting yours with the hardware on the plastic, you can do that. But even on the front bumper, I like to zip tie it, because I like to get it as close and as flush with the front bumper, because you do happen to run over stuff. You scrape places, as you can see I've scraped a bunch of times coming out of things and everything. Since this is underneath the car, I generally don't care, but when people put their bars in places like that, sometimes you scrape bad enough, you can scrape a bar. So I generally use zip ties in the front regardless and place it back here and zip tie it as flat as possible to it so that if I scrape something, it's out of the way. And then if something runs underneath the car, it has to be like right on the bumper. So that's my reason for the front bar. The sides are up there and the back is up there, but the front bar, you take the greatest chance of wiping that thing off when you're doing it. So remember, where I'm mounting the bars are just suggestions. You don't have to mount your bars where I mount them. If you find a better place that you would want to mount your bars, feel free to hit me up in the comments and be like, I think I found a better spot, or I mounted my bars like this, no problem. This is just how I'm going to mount my bars. And for people, you can mount your bars like I mounted mine, because I've never wiped a bar off. Or if you think something else better works for you, do that. But this is how this front bar is mounted. So now I have all of the front of the car done. I literally just have the sides and the back of the car. All right, side of the car is ran. I'm going to show you how I ran mine now. Remember, in mine, I used to have a different type of underglow, so I use those brackets. I was going to use the new brackets, but these are the brackets from my old ones. So instead of me mounting in like I did the last guy's underglow that I put in with the brackets, which you just do the same thing. These, you get self-tapping screws and you screw into the metal and you put it in. And then basically light and Trendz bars, they clip right in. Where these, they're sitting inside of this, and I just zip tied to it. Instead of taking my old brackets out, put new brackets in. So you feel free to mount yours whatever way you would like. You can mount them with the light and Trendz. I don't recommend double-sided tape because it does get wet underneath the car and eventually it will come down. But I use my old brackets here, there, in the back, and then there's another one up here past the camera. But it's holding this bar really, really well. The great thing about light and Trendz is they do come with a connector right here. So if you need to take your bars down, like say you're going to the shop and they're like, hey, we won't put your underglow in. We won't put this part in your car because we can't get it on the lift. Literally, you disconnect this and you pull it down. I disconnect this, cut these zip ties, and I pull it down. So once again, run it however you would like. This is basically me showing you how I did mine. And you do yours how you like, or you can copy mine. If you did want these little brackets, LED Glow is the other company that I had, and they'll give you like a thing of 10. I think it's like 20 bucks or something down the line. But these little clips, they're just cool. I like them. They kind of sit the light out a little bit away from everything, away from the side. So that's the reason why I always did like them. But you got to make sure you zip tie it pretty tight. Now, this thing isn't moving. Like, I can put some pressure on it and it ain't going nowhere. So just be mindful when you put it in to make sure that you zip tie it super, super tightly in there. And mine is zip tied tight. It's all the door. So I'm gonna do the other side and then I gotta do the rear. Run the wires nice and cleanly because we're gonna run the wires underneath this. I don't have my flash on right now, but basically I'm gonna run my wire underneath here, under this little bar and back up into the engine bay, past all of this good jazz. It'll go underneath there, all the way up the engine bay, and then back across to that controller over there. So ran, comes up like right here. I got it going behind. Got it going behind right here, through here, all the way down. I'm gonna pull a little bit, and then what it'll do is we'll sit it. It's ran in a heat shield behind there because these brake lines get hot. Ran all the way to over there to my Ghost controller. Put my cover for my Legmaker cold air intake back here and bolt it in. And that wire's ran completely over to the other side. Now all I gotta do is the back and that side. I'm gonna start on the back first. That way when I run the wire for the back, I can zip tie it to the bar for that side, bring both wires up at the same time, connect them, be done. All right, so basically I ran the back wire. Now, I ran the back wire on the side. Like I said, I was gonna run it at the same time. The back wire, you need to go over the rear differential and anything that rotates. So the axle that comes to this wheel and everything, you need to go over that. There's a black piece. As soon as you get from behind, because it's too dark right now for me to take the camera underneath there and try to show you, even with the flash, crawling under there is kind of weird. So when you just want to keep it away from anything that rotates and everything. So as soon as you go up in the back, let's see if we can get a little bit of light. Give me 1 second. So I zip tied here, here, keep my wires up. And then this black piece right here is what I'm talking about. I'm gonna pull this wire a little bit tighter just because I can. And it's right over there. But this black piece, you go up over it. It's gonna go over the differential and all of this, and then you don't drop until you're on the other side. It goes all the way over there, then you drop over there, where that wire comes out right by that black piece. You just run it down. So the only thing I need to do right now is just pull that a little bit tighter so that I don't have this slack right here, or I can zip tie it right there. It doesn't really matter. But you drop it over there, and then you run the passenger side just like I ran the driver's side as far as the lights go. And we got full illumination. You won't be able to see any of my lights, any of my bars. The major thing that I like to do, I'm gonna step over this, is I like to run my bars where can't nobody see them. So even all the way drop down, all the way back here, let's see if we can do a little zooming in. You can't see that back bar at all right? You can't see the back bar. And right now the car is lifted in the back, so it's gonna be squatting even lower to the ground. So you definitely would have to be laying down. You can't see it with it up. You definitely can't see it with it on the ground. I hate when we're doing underglow and you can see the bars. I get so annoying. Like when somebody does your underglow, you don't want to see the bars. You just want to see light hitting the ground. You don't want to see the bars at all. So that's what we did all around the car. We installed, if you installed in the same place as I did, shouldn't see your bars at all. You should be fine. If you installed your own place, just try to make sure that you can't see your bars. But yeah, we got full glow all the way around. I'm gonna turn this light off right quick. This is my garage. The light's out and everything is connected. I still ain't even cut my wheel lights on, my demon eyes or my SRT Hellcat, any of that stuff. I got way more light illumination on my car than most people do, especially when they're running Hellcats. But bless me. Make sure y'all write in my comments, bless me, man, okay? If you made it this far in the video, go and bless my comments and tell me bless you. But yeah, most people don't do all these lights on their Hellcats and everything online. Like I said, I'm not built for racing. I don't care about racing. I lost a friend to that. So I don't do the whole racing thing, but we got full light illumination all the way around the car, man. This is cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my wiring, and I will give you the finished product, what it looks like once I place it on the ground, and give you a whole little runaround. Let's get it. All right, YouTube, it's been a little minute. As y'all can see, I just pulled it back in. I'm gonna let it cool down. I'm gonna leave the engine open like that. So aggressive looking. All right. So with that being said, man, if I helped you out in any kind of way, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I put a lot of information on this video, so the only thing that's really gonna annoy me in my comments, if you ask me something that I clearly went over in the video. Let me check right quick because I don't remember if I went over it. I'm pretty sure I did. Power right here. So this little red cap right there, you can take that off. Get power, you can run your little fuse box. You can run your own little fuse box in there, just run a power wire to it, connect the fuse box, then you can connect to your own things. Tell you like exactly what light is blow, what thing goes out if you blow a fuse right there, right? You can ground it up here. I do have a couple things grounded right there. You see the little post, but that's where you jump the car out. So I do not recommend that one. I was being lazy one day and I ran something there, and I'm gonna change it eventually, but right now it's there. There are some grounds underneath this thing of wires right here. I mean, goodness, all of my wires and stuff right here in this corner. My homeboy up in Atlanta, he actually just put out a video. Mr. Incredible, I want to say it's Mr. Incredible 392, or it might just be Mr. Incredible. I have to look it up and then I'll try to put it on the screen right here in a second. But with that being said, he just did a video on a little cover piece right here that goes all the way across. I actually have one, and mine is for sale. It's only $100. The little plastic one is like $30. So I'm gonna buy the plastic one because my metal one that I have here, it actually covers that entire thing that I could install. It's not as easy to take off for me as the plastic one would be. This one goes there and it goes underneath my coolant, which means I gotta remove this wire, this hose right here, which means I gotta get all of this out the way and then put it in there, and it's there. So every time I wanna do something with the wires, I now have to remove this thing. So I'm not gonna put this one in. I have a really good one and it cost me $100, and I was just gonna go get it wrapped in like black and then like decorated and stuff down that line, but I can buy a plastic one for like $30. So if you're in the Jacksonville area, or hey, you're somewhere and you want to pay the shipping and handling, I'll mail it to you. You gonna have to pay me first. I got PayPal. I don't do Cash App and all that good jazz. I'm a little older. But if you want to buy this, $100 plus whatever the shipping and handling is gonna be, it's and I will send it to you. But yeah. We got that in, get my wires covered up later on when I order that piece, whenever I did go ahead and decide to pull the trigger on ordering it. Grounded out. Lighting Trendz with the Ghost controller in there. The Ghost controller just really takes the spot of your Lighting Trendz lights, and then you add the Ghost controller app and you can go through customizing, doing all crazy kind of things. As y'all know, I have my Ghost controller installed on my headlights. I did not put the turn signal function on my underglow. I didn't want it to do all of that. But my headlights right now, as I'm going in the car to get my keys, my headlights right now, they do they turn green whenever I hit my headlights. So with that being said, I also did my strip here and my strip in the snorkel. So you'll see I hit the lights, I hit the unlock button, boom, I go green. Everything else stays red. I hit the lock button, it goes green. So anytime my turn signals come on, they go green. It has the illumination feature, all that good jazz. All of that is in the app, and there are extra couple wires that you gotta run that when I did my headlights, I showed exactly how to do those. So if you need to go look at the install on my Lighting Trendz headlights install, if you're trying to wire that, feel free to hit me up on Instagram, man. Once again, wickerbill. Thank you to everybody that has seen my videos and that did hit me up. I have people all the time hit me up about installing the Ghost controllers. So with that being said, there it is. There is a full underglow install with the Ghost controller. The settings in the apps are the only thing that I'm not finna go through. You can play with the app just like I did. If you have some questions, hit me up on Instagram and I can try to help you figure it out. Only thing that I say, man, if you hit me up on Instagram, make sure that you wrote a comment on this video and make sure you like the video. If you're gonna ask me for help, do me a favor, hit the like button, write a comment. That's what I'm gonna start telling everybody from now on when they hit me up in my videos and everything down the line. Do me a favor, like the video, write a comment, and I'm gonna help you. But just do me a favor, because I don't charge people. Plenty of people have been like, hey, I'm gonna cash app you, or I'm gonna send you money through PayPal because you saved me so much. I'm really here to help, and YouTube is gonna pay me. So the more people that that I'm able to help on this app, the better. So, man, y'all tuned in to Red Key TV. Your boy about to get out of here. Let's get it.